Good morning, Dr. Dan.
Hey, good
Good
morning.
morning, everyone.
Good morning, teacher.
Welcome to Taipei, Taiwan. Welcome to Zug, Switzerland, and welcome to northern, southern, and central Vietnam. How is your weather out there?
Still dark, so I don't know. This
It's
still sunny day.
it's bright and sunny here. We had a very light rainfall yesterday, very light, for just a few minutes. Yay! I don't want any rain today. I'm going to be outside. All right. Well, hey, let's find our PowerPoint. Let's rock and roll this morning. This is going to be a fun and interesting lesson. Okay, come on, Zoom. Come on, share screen. And a balloon to everybody for being here on time so early, all the way in Vietnam, 5:30 a.m. My goodness, good for you. I wish my Taiwanese students were as dedicated as the Vietnamese students that I teach. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now this is interesting. This is very interesting to me because I've always been interested in culture, and this is about cultural differences. And there are, some cultures where we do different things and for different reasons, and sometimes we don't even know the reason, but it's just how we do it. So the lesson is you don't have to give up your culture when you're somewhere else, but you need to understand the other culture to get along with people. Repeat any of that you would like to, please.
Yeah. Bài học của chúng ta hôm nay sẽ nói về những sự khác biệt trong văn hóa. Thì thầy bảo rằng là khi chúng ta đi đến một cái bất cứ nơi đâu á, thì chúng ta không không phải là chúng ta từ bỏ cái văn hóa của mình, nhưng mà mình học cái văn hóa của nơi đó để mà mình có thể hòa nhập với hòa đồng với những con người ở nơi đó.
Is that the Vietnamese word for culture?
Yes.
It's
Văn hóa.
also the Mandarin Chinese word for culture.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Last time you and I were working together, what was the word? For advertisement, 广告.
Yes.
It's the same in both languages.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, everybody got a free Mandarin Chinese lesson from the American teacher today. Okay. All right. That's pretty cool. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, the first two questions your online teacher will ask, and the answer needs to be yes. What are they?
You can remember two questions.
If the answer is not yes, you have to say something. So what are the two questions?
Phúc bị tắt mic.
Yes. Can you see me? Can you hear me? And can you see slide of me?
There you go. Can you see me and hear me? Can you see my slides? That's right. Okay. All right. Now, write these answers in the chat or on a separate piece of paper. And if there's a word you don't understand, an English word, please say something.
Và có thể ghi vào trong phần chat câu trả lời cho những câu hỏi này. Có những cái từ nào không hiểu thì mọi người có thể hỏi.
Acceptable to arrive late to a meeting in your culture. What is an inappropriate thing to do at a meeting? What is one insensitive thing that you shouldn't talk about with people you just met? Is it customary to give gifts at a business meeting? Is it inconsiderate to arrive at a dinner party? Oh, we misspelled party, P-A-R-T-Y, 10 minutes late. Okay, let's get some answers. So who can answer question one? Is it acceptable to arrive late to a meeting in your culture?
Who can answer that question?
And I've given you a sample yes and a sample no. You can use that. It's in the chat box. Is it acceptable to arrive late to a meeting in your culture?
Yes, it's acceptable in my culture.
Okay, let me help you with a complete sentence. Your answer is very correct. And this is another way to say it. Can you read the answer I just wrote?
Thầy vừa viết câu trả lời lên đó, chị Hiền đọc lại đấy.
Yes, it's acceptable to arrive as
This
a
is
meeting in
as a
my
meeting
curtain.
in my future.
Okay, now, I may have said this in some of Thui's classes. I don't know if I've said it here. Does anybody know what we used to say about arriving late in the U.S. Army? Does anybody know?
Yeah, you told us before.
Okay, do you remember?
Yeah.
Who remembers?
Hôm nọ thầy có nói về cái quy tắc theo giờ đúng của Mỹ á. Mọi người còn nhớ không?
I wrote it in the chat. Can somebody read what we say in the Army?
Thầy ghi trong phần chat là nếu chúng ta không đến sớm tức là chúng ta đến trễ. Đó là cái nguyên tắc của cái quân đội Việt.
If you're not early, who can read that? It's in the chat box, ladies and gentlemen. It's in the chat box. After the word U.S. Army, I wrote the sentence, what we used to say in the Army.
So, do you want someone repeat that sentence?
Okay, yeah, it's in the chat box. Anybody? Read the chat box.
Ai đọc cái câu đó thầy ghi?
It says, if you're not.
I can. In U.S. Army, if you're not early, you're late.
Exactly. So if the meeting starts at 10, you should be there at 9:50. And I will say that Western business, it's not just the Army, it's not just the Americans. In Western business culture, it's very similar. You should be a little bit early. You should have your writing materials and be ready to participate. Being late is considered extremely rude in my culture in business. Anything you want to repeat it for that, Thủy, that'd be great.
Ngay cả những cái mà ở phương Tây, những cái business ở phương Tây, cái văn hóa cũng là như vậy. Và thầy nói là ở Mỹ thì một cái điều đó rất là gọi là bất lịch sự về cái việc trễ, họ không chấp nhận về cái đó.
Okay, excuse me. Question 2, what is an inappropriate thing to do at a meeting? And I gave you an example sentence to use it. Who can do question 2?
Thầy có gợi ý cái phần trả lời trong chat đó. Ta điền vào cái nội dung mà không đúng là để làm ở trong cái cuộc họp.
And I gave you an example. Blah, blah, blah is an inappropriate thing to do at a meeting. Who can answer question 2? Don't everybody answer at the same time, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
Mọi người có thể đưa ra một cái lý do nào đó và được coi như là không đúng trong một cuộc họp.
Thủy, does the group understand the word inappropriate?
Yeah, I translate into Vietnamese.
Oh, okay.
An inappropriate in thing to do at meeting is talk privately.
Oh, very good. There are many things that are inappropriate. I try to tell my students, they want to play with their phone. And I say, you will get in a little trouble at school, but they will fire you at work. Okay. Okay. What is one insensitive thing you shouldn't talk about with people you've just met? And I've given you a sample sentence you can use. It's in the chat box. Question 3.
Thầy cũng đưa cái gợi ý câu trả lời. Yeah.
Question 3. What is one insensitive thing you shouldn't talk about with people? With people you just met. And I gave you a sample. You can use the chat box to help you.
Cái điều nhạy cảm gì mà chúng ta không nên nói với một người mà chúng ta chỉ vừa mới gặp?
I think one insensitive thing that you shouldn't talk about with people you've just met is ask about money earned.
Very good. Very good. Yeah. I've given you a couple sample things that you really should not ask a stranger. Why aren't you married? How much money do you make? Yeah.
Ở trong phần chat thầy có đưa ra 2 câu hỏi mà chúng ta cũng không nên hỏi cái người mà chúng ta vừa mới gặp.
Okay. Question 4, is it customary to give gifts at a business meeting? And I've given you a couple examples you can use. In your culture, is it customary?
Customary là thông lệ, có phải là cái thông lệ mà tặng quà với nhau trong một cái cuộc họp business meeting? Thầy hỏi rằng mình theo cái văn hóa của mình á, trả lời. Who can answer?
Yes, I think in Vietnam, customary to give a gift at a business meeting.
Very good. Good. And I'm going to give you a little something in the chat. I was educated in the American South. In the American South, the culture is if I'm a dinner guest, I'm invited to have dinner at your home, I might give, the lady of the house, your mom or your wife, some candy or a small gift like that. That's a courtesy. It's a custom in the South.
Ok. Ở trong đây thầy có đưa ra một cái, tức là ở vùng Nam Mỹ á, khi mà được mời đến cái bữa ăn tối của một gia đình nào đó thì người khách sẽ cho cái người phụ nữ trong gia đình đó, tức là người mẹ hoặc là người vợ của người chủ nhà đó, một ít kẹo hay là quà gì đó. Thì cái đó cũng là một cái phần văn hóa.
Okay, now in your culture, is it inconsiderate to arrive at a dinner party 10 minutes late?
Inconsiderate tức là thiếu cân nhắc. Có phải là thiếu cân nhắc khi mà chúng ta đến một việc trễ 10 phút hay không?
You tell me.
Yes, it's inconsiderate to arrive at a dinner party 10 minutes late.
Good.
Thank you.
Say that word again, please. Inconsiderate. Inconsiderate.
Chị đọc lại từ đó.
One more.
Inconsiderate.
Very good. Very good. Okay. All right, man. That's like took a long time, but we have moved on. We have successfully moved on. So, where is Patrick going to go, and what cultural advice does Sophie give Patrick?
Are you excited about your trip to New York?
Yeah, I really am. But I'm a little nervous too. It's my first time in the United States, and I want to make sure I don't make any faux pas.
Oh, I see. What are you not sure about?
Well, I have an early morning business meeting the day after I arrive. Is it acceptable to arrive a little late?
Not really. In the US, it's important to be on time.
Okay, that's good to know. What should I do when I first meet people? Should I shake hands, kiss them?
Well, in the US, it's inappropriate to kiss people when you first meet them. It's customary to shake hands when you meet people.
I'm glad I asked.
Okay, now there's a word here. It's a French word. It's doing something you should not do. Okay, so if it's one, it's faux pas. If it's more than one, it's faux pas. Go ahead, Thủy, please.
Ở cái chỗ này thầy giải thích ra cái từ faux pas. Thầy có ghi cái phần phát âm của nó trong phần chat. Thì could you please explain? Ok, tức là thầy giải thích ra, tức là một cái điều gì đó mà trong cộng đồng xã hội mà nó không ok á, thì người ta dùng cái từ là faux pas.
Okay, so where is Patrick going to go? Who can answer that question?
Who can answer?
Where is Patrick going to go?
I think Patrick is going to New York.
Okay, very good. He's going to an early morning business meeting in New York. Very good. What cultural advice does Sophie give Patrick? She gives a lot.
I think Sophie gave Patrick.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can we get someone else answering, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Thầy mời một người khác đó. Who can answer?
What does she tell Patrick? She tells him two major things. Okay, to save some time, because we're a little behind, I gave you an answer in the chat box. You can read it if you want to. Who would like to answer this?
Thầy đã đưa câu trả lời trong phần để mà tiết kiệm chức năng thời gian á. Thì ai có thể đọc lại cái câu và thầy vừa ghi.
Sophia Elvis Patrick to be on time and to set his rather than kiss people when he first meet them. Thank you.
Very good. Now, in Spanish-speaking countries, I'm gonna ask my Kung Fu Panda to help me. Okay, and I'm gonna pretend we're both a couple of Spanish-speaking men. So, in Spanish-speaking countries, men will often hug each other, even like two presidents meeting. That's very common. And what will women do? Either they will kiss you on the cheek, or they will do an air kiss, put the cheek next to the cheek and kiss the air. Can you
Dạ,
talk about
ở cái nước mà Tây Ban Nha đó, khi mà hai người họ gặp nhau thì họ sẽ ôm nhau, ngay cả hai vị chủ tịch gặp nhau cũng vậy. Nhưng mà với cái người phụ nữ á, thì họ sẽ hôn trên má, hoặc là họ hôn hai cái má chạm nhau, hôn cho không khí á, để mà gặp chào nhau lần đầu tiên.
So if you and your husband or wife have a Mexican couple that are your friends, you go to their home for dinner, he might hug your husband and she might kiss you on the cheek or give you an air kiss. It's normal.
Và khi đến cái buổi tối á, thì có cái người đó sẽ ôm cái người chồng trong gia đình, hoặc là hôn ở trên má, như vậy. Đó cũng là cái văn hóa của họ.
Okay, can we get a Sophie and a Patrick?
Two people, one
Yes.
Sophie and one Patrick.
And
Perhaps I can.
are you excited about your trip to New York?
Yes, I really but I am neither. No. Two is my first time in the United States and I want to make sure I don't make Ali go back.
Very good.
Oh, I see. What are you not sure about?
Well, I have an yearly bowling village meeting the day after I arrive in its HĐTM and arrive little later.
Not really in the use. It's important to be on time.
Oh, that was too loud. What's sold in the web office meter people filler. So in second hand, kiss them.
Well, in the US, it is in ballroom, right, to kiss people when you first meet them. It's customary to shake hands when you meet people.
Okay, Sophie, say this word again, please. Inappropriate. Sophie, inappropriate.
Chị Hiền đọc lại từ
And inappropriate.
Oh, okay, Sophie, repeat after me. Repeat, please, Sophie.
lặp lại theo thầy.
In
And
a
row
pre
pre
ut.
us.
One more time, try it again, okay? Inappropriate.
Inappropriate.
Much better, much better, much better. Okay. Okay. So, describing the cultural differences, can somebody describe how we do things in the West? Can someone read the first two sentences? Save some time.
Ai đó đọc hai câu đầu tiên ở trên cái cột bên trái để mô tả về những cái văn hóa khác nhau.
Yes, I can. In the US, it's important to be on time. It's inappropriate to kiss people when you first meet them.
Good. And why these things are a problem? Can somebody read the first two sentences on the right side?
Being
Being,
less. Chính xác đọc nha.
being leader is sheer and inconsiderate. It's a cautometry to Sagner hand.
Okay. Can someone read the last sentence about how things are in the U.S. or in the West?
Hay là câu cuối ở bên cột bên trái.
It's a insensitivity to answer so many how much body they make.
Okay. We only have two teachers in the room, please. Okay. Can someone read the on the right side why that's a problem? That's it.
That's considered to be personal information.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. Is there a dot? Yeah. Okay. Let's hear this.
I'm so embarrassed.
Why? What happened?
I did something really inappropriate during my business meeting this afternoon.
What did you do?
Well, in my culture, it's customary to bring gifts to a business meeting. So I brought gifts to my meeting today.
Well, that's nice.
No, it was so uncomfortable. No one else brought gifts, and they all seemed to think it was strange that I did. It was a really awkward situation.
Don't worry. I'm sure everyone enjoyed their gifts.
Okay. May I have an A and a B, please?
Yeah,
IB.
I'm so embarrassed.
Why? What? In it.
I did something really inappropriate during my business meeting this afternoon.
What did she do?
Well, in my culture, it's customary to bring gift to a business meeting, so I bought gifts to my meeting today.
Well, what's nice?
No, it was so uncomfortable. No one else bought gift, and they all seemed to think it was strange that I did. This was a really awkward situation.
Don't worry. I'm sure everyone enjoy a cheer with.
Okay. A quick reminder, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll ask Thủy to repeat this. Only say ed after a T or a D, like in wanted or folded. Otherwise, just say the T or the D sound. Seemed, happened, embarrassed. Please go ahead, Thủy.
Yeah. Ở đây thầy nhắc lại cái phần mà chúng ta đọc những cái từ có thêm ed ở trong cái chia động từ ở quá khứ á, thì chỉ duy nhất những cái từ mà tận cùng bằng T hoặc là D thì chúng ta đọc là âm it, còn lại thì chúng ta sẽ đọc âm t hoặc là d ở cuối. Ví dụ như thầy đưa ra những từ là seemed, happened, embarrassed, thì chúng ta đọc cái d đó ra, cái âm cuối của nó. Chỉ duy nhất những cái từ mà có cái tận cùng là T hoặc D thì chúng ta mới đọc âm it ra thôi.
Okay.
How was your trip? It was really fun, but I don't think the family that I visited will invite me back.
Why not?
Well, I guess I asked some insensitive questions while I was visiting.
What do you mean? What did you ask?
I asked the father how much his car cost, and I asked the mother how much money she makes at her job.
Oh, yeah. That's considered to be personal information.
I know. I'm not sure why I asked those questions. I guess I was just nervous.
Why don't you write them an email and explain that you didn't mean to ask inappropriate questions, but that you were nervous, and thank them for letting you stay with them?
That's a good idea. At least it will make me feel better.
Oh, man. I would have said, you didn't. You didn't. Okay. Can I get an A and a B, please?
One A and one B.
A.
I can be.
How was
your trip?
I was really fun, but I don't think the families that I visited will invite me back.
Why not?
Well, I guess I asked some insider question why I were visiting.
What do you mean? What did you ask?
I asked the father how much his car cost, and I asked the mother how much money she marked as her job.
Oh yeah, that's considered to be personal information.
I know. I'm not sure why I asked the question. I guess I was just nervous.
Why don't you write them an email and explain that you didn't mean to ask inappropriate questions, but that you were nervous, and thank them for letting you stay with them.
That's a good idea. At least it will make me feel better. Thank you.
Very good. B, say this word again, please. Insensitive.
Insensitive.
Very good. Much better. Okay. Ooh, another dialogue. Here it comes. Practice 3.
Did you enjoy your trip?
Yeah, I did. But I made a huge faux pas the day that I arrived.
Oh no. What did you do?
Well, I was invited to come to a dinner at a colleague's house that evening. The email said that the dinner started at 7, so I arrived right at 7.
Oops. I think that it's inappropriate to arrive exactly on time in that culture.
I know that now, but I wasn't aware of it at the time.
So what happened?
Well, the host was still getting ready, and I was the only person there. I sat alone in the living room for an hour before anyone else showed up.
Okay, and again, faux pas. Very good. Okay, can I get an A and a B, please?
I can.
Did
Did you enjoy
your
your trip?
Yes, I did, but I missed a hard for past the day that arrived.
Oh, no. What did you do?
Well, I was invited to come to a dinner at a colleague's house that evening. The email says that the dinner started that 7 as so in the arrival prior 7 times.
I think that is important to arrive yesterday on the that's crucial.
I closed that now, but it wasn't a one of it at the time.
So what's happened?
Well, a hot water still getting ready, and a one so only person there. I sat alone in the evening room 4 and house before and the instantly slawap.
Okay, B, say this word again, please. Email.
Email.
Very good. Okay. All right. What is next? Okay. All right. I'll leave the homework to Thủy.
Dạ. Và đây là bài tập về nhà của buổi hôm nay. Thì chúng ta sẽ cũng có 2 phần. Phần 1 là đọc bài đọc hội thoại và trả lời 2 câu hỏi. Phần thứ 2 là viết một cái đoạn văn nói lên 3 điều mà mình không nên làm ở văn hóa Việt Nam và nộp lại vào trước 12 giờ trưa ngày 19 tháng 10.
Okay. All right. Oh, is there more? Or was that?
No, that's it.
Oh, that was it. Okay. All right. Well done, everybody. Well done. Well done. And a thumbs up for a thumbs up to the group for doing a killer job. Okay, I will send the chat to Thủy. She can send it to you, and then I need to run to my Mandarin Chinese lesson. Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Okay. Bye, everybody. See you soon.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Bye, Dr. Dan.